Hello, my name is Martina Lutz. I am from Flat Gap Elementary School. I teach K through 6 music class, and my grant is entitled Music Through Literacy and Play. The play is in quotation marks because it's going to indicate both the usage of childhood play and plays as in a performance art. Literacy through music and play, a study on music and the arts and its effect on reading. My area of focus and research question. After an unprecedented year of teaching due to COVID, many children are now below grade level in both reading and language skills. Music is an essential component to early literacy development. Currently, a lack of equipment and resources makes it difficult for me to integrate a blended learning environment into my K 6 music classes. There are 5 main components of reading: phonics, phonemic awareness, vocabulary, fluency, and comprehension. Music, nursery rhymes, sing alongs, all of these things help to develop all 5 of those components. Music and all its components have a direct influence on overall literacy. Music accelerates brain development, particularly in the acquisition of language development and reading skills. Music trains the mind and the body to work in sync. So, my methodology um, and my guiding question: when engaging in strong musical curriculum, will students improve their reading and language skills? So, this year, I would love to implement the use of play and plays to help promote literacy. Music play for younger students helps with scaffolding skills essential for early readers. We will work with patterns, echoing, language acquisition, listening skills, and memory when we learn about music. For my older students, I believe things like putting on plays and concerts will help promote literacy through the use of spoken word, dialogue, poetry, and lyrics. I also believe music through singing and performance will help improve fluency in these students. With this grant, I will purchase some sound equipment for our stage, as well as sheet music, short plays, music related storybooks, and puppets. To implement my plan, collect and analyze my data. Students will gain better understandings of letter sounds and blended letter sounds. Students will begin to connect the rhythm and rhyme used in music with the rhythm and rhyme necessary for reading. Older students will read music and speak dialogue more fluently. Younger students will become more engaged in reading and song through the use of storytelling, retelling, and acting out, as well as nursery rhymes. Okay, I will use a sample population from each grade level. I will use their current reading scores as a baseline. Once the materials are received and utilized, I will have students take the same reading tests. Um, and for our school, most students are using like STAR, and they have fluency checks, reading eggs. And I'm going to compare this data and chart any recurring patterns on growth across grade levels. By using students of all grade levels and different reading levels in my sample population, I will hope to see patterns that have emerged in progressing reading scores. Now, there are some biases and flaws in my methodology. I can't have a true controlled group because a lot of great kindergarten and first grade teachers know that singing songs and nursery rhymes do help with reading. So to have a true control group, I would have children who have never been exposed to these things, and that will not be the case, as well as the fact that it would be unfair to create a control group that didn't get to play with the puppets in the storybooks. So what I'm just going to have to do is use the data and look for patterns where certain things, like maybe their fluency was moving up slightly, and then all of a sudden there's a big gain after we implement this. And to help further validate my study, I've been looking at some other studies that have used more of a control, such as the R.L. Gordon 2015 study that was in Frontier in Psychology, and he found gains in reading after implementing a music program. and he had more of a control group than I do, and as well as things that have been studied and cased in the Journal of Research in Music Education. So again, there are some biases, and I am well aware of that. But at the same time, I would hate to be the child who got told, no, your group doesn't get to use the puppets. For my budget, some ideals of the things that I purchased were a monitor for the stage. We have some mics and we have some speakers that go back to the house for the audience, but the kids don't really have any way of hearing themselves on stage. So I thought to better assist them and help with the fluency of speaking dialogue, that I would get a monitor so that when they do small plays or music, they can hear themselves. And that was the bigger purchase. The other things I purchased were storybooks that have matching puppets, such as What Does the Fox Say? And I've got a fox puppet, Farmyard Beat, and I've got a set of farm animal finger puppets to go with that. The Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly is one of my favorites. The cat came back, and I got a cat puppet so they can act that out. I also bought a small, it's kind of like a pop-up tent, but it's a puppet theater, and as well as some different musical plays, such as Presents on Parade. This one already came in. It's a mini musical, so we've got both music lyrics to work with and dialogue, or kid skits. It's got 4 different kid skits, and they both contain spoken dialogue and musical songs with lyrics. So those are just some ideas of the things that I used my money to purchase. I do not know whether or not you all will be able to ask any questions. But if you do have questions, or if you even have ideas on how I can take out some of the biases in my research, you can send those to me at martina.lutz@johnson.kyschools.us. It's Martina, Martina.Lutz, Lutz, @johnson.kyschools.us. I look forward to telling you how my research went, and hopefully my kids will be better readers because of it.